Welcome, everybody, to the humble tale of a guy named Buddy and his buddy named Guy. But these guys weren't just ordinary buddies. They were the best goddamn friends there ever were and ever could be. This film is centered around the idea of friendship, for if we analyze the trials and tribulations of these two buddies, we can come to a deeper understanding of the purest love of all. It's a love supported by the foundation of memories, a shared history, through the good times and the bad. But you know what they say about life. It's 10% what happens, and 110% how you react. You see, a true friend would do anything, and I mean anything, to ensure with certainty that their relationship remains sustainable. But why must it be sustainable, you ask? What if you really wanted an ice cream, and you dropped your one chance of oral euphoria right at your feet? What would you do then? Buy another? Nay, you've got a friend. Speaking of friends, Buddy and Guy were to share their 6-year friendversary on the morrow, with explicit instructions to meet at 12 p.m. What could possibly go wrong? Everything. Unfortunately, Guy had made a drastic mistake. Through no particular fault of his own, he did the unthinkable. He had lost track of the time. There were just 3 minutes to spare before Guy was to be late for the duo's long-awaited friendversary. While Buddy eagerly awaited his friend at the park, the suspense sat in the air like mustard gas. Guy was always exceptionally early, and Buddy expected that today, the day that they renewed their vows during the sanctity of the sacred friendversary, would not be an exception. Starting to get worried, Buddy began to text the poor Guy, who simply had not had a chance to see the time, nor the arrival of the messages. Buddy decided to call the unresponsive Guy, but he couldn't make it through. His brows furrowed at the seemingly impossible thought of his best friend potentially making some sort of mistake. But then again, when you put your all into creating a record of impeccable timing, like Guy himself had done, people will begin to take your punctuality for granted, and one stupid mistake can even fracture a union as mighty as theirs. Despite all of the memories, all of the history, all of the good times and the bad, Buddy decided to throw it all away because of one simple mistake. Guy wasn't trying to hurt Buddy. He's only human. He can't be perfect all the time. Nevertheless, Buddy tested the waters with a new, female companion. But that girl was no Guy. Maybe one day, Buddy and Guy might reconcile. He might even show up at the door, bearing gifts or ice cream. So, dear viewer, next time you and someone close to you are going through some hard times, a rough patch, I implore you to remember the tale of Buddy and Guy. Remember the memories, the shared history, the good times and the bad. Remember the purest love of all, friendship.